chicken arms, sponge, bus driver, garbage cowboy.
Yes, we go!
Well, hello once again, and welcome to Is We Dumb? I am Joe Paisley.
I'm Dan Cummins.
You are not. You are Ned Flanders.
I'm Ned Flanders.
Mario.
I'm Super Mario.
And you have a mustache.
I have mustache Mario.
And that's number one thing we're going to address right now, because some people might have just tuned in. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
How did he magically grow his beard back?
Right. And I have something to say about your beard, too, here in a little bit. But
Okay.
Can we all agree that I think the best term for mustache is dick broom?
Ooh, okay.
I mean, if there's better ones, feel free to.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
It's got to be up there.
Got to sweep
That's
it.
number one. I like it, but I'm used to it. Like, I mean, they guys might. Oh! I just got completely
It's a
knocked
different
out.
look. It's a different look. We did the pilot episodes.
Yep.
The first two, a while back, and still had the beard. Obviously, I've had the mustache. I've had the mustache for about a month now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of used to it. I still can't take myself seriously. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, who's that clown?
Who cares?
Who's that joker?
When I talk, is anyone listening?
Right.
Is everything I say not a joke, or is it all a joke? All the time.
I do like it for comedy.
I like it.
I feel sillier with it.
Sassy little Dan boy. Online, Facebook, Instagram, at Is We Dumb. If you want to send in some segment content, which people are already doing that already, which is awesome, you can go ahead and send that to dumb at iswedumb.com, and then literally everything else, questions for the show, info at iswedumb.com. Merch can be found at iswedumb.com or badmagicmerch.com, and we do have some merch in there, some launch merch.
Yay,
go check it out.
launch
People,
merch.
People picking that up, and that's a huge way to support the show. New episodes of Is We Dumb every Wednesday at noon. We do try to release it a little bit early because we love you. Okay, back to your beard. Your beard was like my protective angel.
Yeah?
Because I'm not sure if you noticed.
Yeah.
You shaved your beard. I almost died of COVID.
Ooh.
Like, it was the
Weird
same time.
Weird timing.
Beard was gone, and then Joe was gone.
I had no idea that it was connected to your just strength.
Neither
to your
did I.
Fortitude.
And I still feel weak.
Oh, no.
You have this much power over me with that facial hair.
I'm like a weird D&D character where my beard affects other characters' constitution.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I feel
Magic.
stronger. So with the mustache, so somehow it's taken away your power, but given it's a little furry psychic vampire.
It's a reverse psychology mustache.
Yeah. It pulls other people's health away and gives it to me.
Right.
I bench press 850,000 pounds the other day with my mustache.
What? Mm-hmm. You have a spotter?
For 40 reps, no spotter.
Fuck it.
I actually crawled down into the crawl space of the gym.
Okay.
And just bench pressed the gym.
I was in there. I was wondering what the fuck was going on.
You're like, why am I going up and down so fast?
Why am I dancing? I don't want to dance.
All mustache.
Trying to do ab crunches and fucking dancing. That was your fault.
At one point, I just got kind of bored, and I just grabbed my phone, so I just kept it going with one hand, and just like watched some shows on my phone.
I love it. COVID was a wild trip. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
Shit got bad for a while. But I do have a funny story.
You did get real sick.
Yeah, out the gate. That I keep on forgetting to share this, and I definitely haven't shared it on this show yet. I don't think I've told you about it at all.
Okay.
So it all started, I went to the gym and I worked out.
Right.
And I came home.
Yep.
And I felt off.
Yep.
And I was like, I got to get in my house. And I went in, and luckily my wife was there. And I told Erin, who is the Duchess of Dummies, as we're going to call her.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
I walked in, I just looked at her, and I said, I don't feel good. And she goes, what do you mean? And I just kind of snailed down on the floor. And then I woke up to the EMTs. And that was like how it all started. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, the kids are running around. It's kind of mayhem. We, put some stuff in my body. And then the EMTs were going to leave. I didn't want to ride in the ambulance. I'll just save that $15 billion ride and just go there with my family.
Right.
So anyway, they were about to leave. And they came back in the house. And they walked up to my kids and they handed them free Happy Meal cards. Right? Which in the meal, I'm like, in the meal.
Yeah, in the moment.
In the moment, I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, they're trying to make the kids not scared of the ambulance. And then it started hitting me. I was like, my kids are going to want me to die all the time. Like, they're going to be like, please, Dad. Okay, come home from the gym. They're just fucking like, come on, fall on the floor, Dad. Free cheeseburger. Free cheeseburger heart attack.
Dad died. Free chicken nuggets. Worth it.
Boop, boop, boop. Best day ever.
Kind of sad that my dad died. But check out this cool toy that showed up in my Happy Meal.
Not that bad, though. I miss them. Not that much. Okay, well, before we kick things off with the very super most important starting question, we do have a couple updates from our listeners.
Okay, yeah.
And the first one we talked about this a little bit. We just kind of missed the boat, or maybe just didn't look into it enough. But we had that drug therapy kit for the kids, and both of us were like, "That is fucking insane! Like, who's playing with this?
Right? Who's Who's
letting the kids to play with this? What therapy can be done with giving kids fake small needles?"
So what did listeners more intelligent than us have to say about this?
Exactly. They said it's so if they can't explain the situation like around them with their parents, they can kind of point to it and be like, "Mommy's using this small bottle mixed with this little thing and then this gambling machine."
Well, that's not funny.
No,
that's so sad.
Not funny at all. So
we learned something.
Yeah, look at us. So sorry about that.
So thank you for giving us the fact corrections.
Right. I mean, it's still crazy. But our second update from a fellow dummy, we talked about how funny it would be when your wife is trying to make you do something.
Yeah.
And you just go limp and flop on the floor.
And you told me this update, and I love it so much.
It's so good. And one of our listeners actually does this. They've been married for a decade. And so Ryan L. wrote this into us. It says, "Corona Joe, I'm listening to the new show. Amazing, by the way. You guys killed it as we knew you would." You want to give me a fist bump?
Thank you. I just love Corona Joe. I just love Corona Joe.
Is that funny?
It is funny. Do the listeners know that your dad also got a really bad case?
No, they do now, though.
I know. Why
is our family so weak?
I didn't want to say it. It's just like...
why all the dads in my... why all the men in my family so weak?
Why are the Paisley men so just easily destructible?
Oh, virus.
Oh, guys, take him down.
Take him down. This guy sucks.
Sorry, okay.
No, it's okay. So anyway, but I just want to say that you guys were talking about the couples playing dad. My wife and I have been together for 10 years, and I've been doing that to her for the whole time. We call it "There I Went," which I love. There he went.
Yep.
If she's trying to get me or trying to get me to do things and we're just not having it, we'll stay put and just go limp, like wherever they are. So basically, come to do the dishes and just on the chair, and then and he just doesn't stop.
I love how far they take it.
Exactly. She's had to drag me across the house and out the front door before I go shopping. I'm way more dedicated to her, which is awesome. Just figured I'd share. Love you guys. Thanks for getting us through some shitty days with all your guys' hard work.
Oh, thank you. I love, and I'm sorry, the name was Eric?
Nope.
Not even close.
Ryan L.
Oh, not even close.
Thank you.
Ryan L. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, Bill.
No, thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey. No, thanks, Ryan. I love Ryan. I love that you actually make her drag you like out the house. That level of commitment is commendable.
Yeah, and
that's
just
fantastic.
The farther and more pissed she would get as you just refuse to stop. Like, like we're fucking.
Come
we're
on,
20 minutes
not
late.
now.
Then
it just gets funnier.
No smile. Yeah, halfway out, like your shoes halfway on. You make her get you dressed. You're like, "Nyeh."
I just picture a giggling Ryan Jeffrey Eric just being drug out of she's like, her arms are shaking like, "You're heavy, please stop."
He gets so mad. Food. Anyway, so that's out there, and that made me really happy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it. The very super most important starting question. Make sure that we get ourselves warmed up.
Okay.
Let's do it. The very super most important starting question. All right, so this is it. We've done 2 Would You Rathers for the first 2 episodes of Is We Dumb. So we're going to mix it up.
Okay.
Which, by the way, you guys have sent in some absolutely amazing Would You Rathers.
Yes.
And you can send those in, dumb@iswedumb.com. We love them.
Do it.
And we'll try to throw them in the show. So anyway, this is not that, but what's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house? And I worded it with "at your house" because I didn't want to say "in your house" because it could have been in your backyard.
Okay, weirdest thing a guest has done at the house. Oh man, God, do you have one?
I do.
Okay, you start with yours. Give me a second to think.
Mine is simple, and I'm gonna feel bad.
I have some rough areas.
Some rough sketches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel bad, but because I love my mom to death. I love my mom.
Okay.
She's a little crazy.
Okay.
A little cray-cray.
Okay.
A little, I mean, not like overly controlling, but she's just in her own world and things need to be the way that she sees them. And this is, I share this story and no one, if you have had this happen with your mom or anybody in your life, please let me know. Because right now I feel like I'm 100% alone. And it makes me feel bad because maybe my mom is super crazy.
Okay.
Like next level crazy. We just moved into the house that we're currently in now.
Yeah.
Like we've been there for almost 7 years now. But we were just getting there and blah, blah, blah. We're getting moved in. And everything's put away. We got all the furniture and we're pumped about our new place, right? It's our first house we bought.
Sure.
As a family.
Yay.
As a couple. Puppies and stuff. And then my mom comes to visit. And she stays the night. And that next day she brought up how she didn't like where certain things were in our fucking kitchen.
Okay.
Like she was like, I would have put like the plates here. You guys put them here. All that kind of stuff. I'm like, that's cool because it's not your fucking house. So Like you never have to worry about this, except for like the 2 days a year that you come and visit me.
Right.
The cups aren't going to be where you want, but you'll know that because they're right there. So anyway, she brought that up. I didn't really think much of it. Mm-hmm. And then the next morning I wake up and I go out to start making the kids like cereal for breakfast.
Okay.
And I open up where my silverware used to be. Now that's the junk drawer. And then my silverware is now over on the other side of the fucking kitchen.
That is weird. Yeah, just rearrange.
Why? Just moved my fucking silverware.
It's not her house.
It's not your house. She just didn't like where it was. And I opened it.
That's weird.
And I immediately just, what? You fucking, are you kidding me? I mean, there's weirder shit that has happened, but that blows my mind to the length that you would just go, nah, I'm going to go ahead and move that shit over here.
Yeah, that's just so confusing to me. I guess it's just a different need to control things that that I just never feel in life.
I have no idea what that is.
Like I wouldn't move, or I wouldn't rearrange things without talking to my wife in my own house,
Right?
Because I know how mad she would be.
Just move the toaster, nah, I don't like it. Like coffee pot, and put it on top of the fridge because that's where I want it.
And when I go to someone else's house and be like, no, this is no good.
Dumb.
The feng shui or funk, whatever it's called. The F shui. Is just, I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to move around all their stuff to suit my needs for the few days that I'm here.
What was that one word again? Is funk
shui.
Nailed it. I put the silverware back aggressively.
Good.
Because she was downstairs in the basement.
Throwing forks in there. It's my house, mother. Forks, go here, bitch.
I didn't say that. Okay. I don't.
What if your mom hears this?
She might listen. Right now. She knows I love her.
She's crying right now.
She knows I love her, but she also knows she's a little crazy.
Joe's mom.
It's not a secret to her.
You should have heard the things Joe was saying before the show. It's unreal. It's unreal.
Zach,
it made all of us uncomfortable.
Mute his mic. He doesn't get to do this.
We talked to him.
Nope. All right. So did you pull one into your brain?
I did. Mine also is family, which I think makes sense.
It does.
Family are the most often the guests we have in our homes.
Yeah, you feel like you can go a little harder on that too, because
exactly. I mean, I've had friends who just like do weird things, where like start arguing, I mean, like come over and just kind of are rude or whatever. But my dad, like my whole life, it's a classic dad move of just like, I'm gonna get up and get a snack in the middle of the night and just have ill-fitting whitey tighties on. And I get that like in your own house, but it's like, in our house, I've had that happen where it's like I've walked, or been still awake or whatever like that when he stayed over, and he just comes down out of the guest room wearing, like, you can see part of his ball hair, and just like, just doesn't care that the kids are around, doesn't care that Lindsay's around, and just will like walk and get the kitchen and just think nothing of it. Just do that. So that to me is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
And then a weird thing he did to go with him further, he brought over, so my new stepmom is the first time they're over at the house. And I'm delicate with this because I know she can't help. She has it's just like a handicap thing, like physically, where I feel bad. I'm terrible. I always forget if it's like MS but it's one of these things. So she has trouble with like motor control and stuff like that.
MS does that, I believe.
Okay. And we have a tree fort with a very steep ladder in the back. And
I've been sleeping in it for months.
And she wanted to go up and check it out. And I was like, it's kind of hard to get up there. I mean, it's just, you got to be really careful. I mean, and I'm just thinking from a safety, I don't want her to get hurt.
Yeah.
And so, but whatever, she's a grown up, she can climb, but she probably shouldn't be climbing up there, but she does it anyway. Okay. And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm the only one that seems kind of worried that she's going to fall. And I'm like, so I stand underneath there. She falls off the tree fort, and luckily I catch her. And then she thinks it's hilarious. And I'm like, no, it's not hilarious. You almost broke your fucking neck. And it's like, ha ha ha, that's so funny, Danny, you caught me.
You're so strong.
Yeah, Danny, you caught me. I'm like, A, hurt my arms.
Right.
B, I told you not to do it. It's my tree fort.
I picture her falling, catching, she starts laughing, and you just fucking drop her. You're like, nah, that's not funny.
I try and teach her a lesson. Just some very nice woman in her 60s. I'm like, yeah, go up again. Go up again.
One more time.
Try it again.
I'll
Try it
catch
again.
you.
And then she falls again. I'm like, yeah, now you're busted up. Yeah, you make a good decision now.
Yeah, there's endless weird stuff that families do. I have a bunch of examples. I'm not going to get into them, but I always think about the silverware drawer.
Yeah, the silverware drawer.
Even now, it's years, like the better part of a decade, and I'll still slide it open and be like, thank God it's still fucking here.
Man, yeah, I don't have I'm lucky I don't have an equivalent. We have family come over. I will say they're good about respecting like the boundaries. that we have now. My former mother-in-law, she would get a little weird about stuff, just like kind of like move things, but never to that level. That's interesting.
Like still PTSD. Like open it up and expect batteries to be there.
I'm sure as upset as you were about that.
Yeah.
Your wife, more.
Or my mom, even more mad I put him back.
That's extra weird. It's not your house.
She wasn't. I mean,
okay.
I mean, I told her, I was like, that is fucking crazy. She goes, yeah, you're right. Like, it's just
okay, good for her. So she caught it.
And like sneaking around, changing my shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there we go.
I'm ready.
All right, other stuff. Let's move on. We're going to look inward now, as we do, because we do plenty of dumb stuff. And Dan's going to take lead on this one, but this segment is called Is We Dumb? All right, man. So tell me something stupid. What'd you do?
I'm ready to really make fun of myself here because this was something I do dumb stuff on a regular basis.
Yes.
But this, like for days, I was flabbergasted at my own stupidity. I just couldn't believe. Okay, so I've talked about this already on the show that I'm a big Stephen King fan.
Yes.
So Lindsay got me one of his new books, and kind of with movies and books, I don't like to know a lot about them before I go in.
Okay.
Because then I get preconceived notions. And I mean, obviously the gist I need to know kind of if I'm going to kind of like it or not, like what genre, the basic premise. But I don't like to read much more than that because then I get my hopes set that it's going to go one way or another. So I don't read the cover to this book. And it's Stephen King. It's If It Bleeds.
Okay.
I think it's his newest one. And I start reading this book, and I'm really loving it.
Okay.
And I'm really loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm like, man, this is a really good story. Like, I've liked his stories for years. I'm like, wow, I want to see where this goes. And, what's this kid going to do? And I'm waiting for this kid in the story to kind of grow up. And there's a bunch of weird stuff happening. And it's Stephen King.
You were in. You were invested.
I'm really in. And then it goes to like a new chapter, and it's all different characters. and it's a different world. And I'm like, man, okay. And I'm reading.
What a twist.
I'm like, wow, this is really a twist. And I get like another 60 pages in where the whole extra 60 pages, I'm just like, the more I go into it, I'm like, this is what the fuck? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, and the longer it goes, I'm like, how could this possibly connect?
I love Stephen King. What the fuck is he doing?
And I'm like, he's lost it. In my head, I was thinking stuff like, I'm like, you know what? This is just, it's not good.
Like your idol getting caught up in a scandal.
Yeah, they're not all home
He
runs.
forgot how to fucking do it.
He forgot how to do it. and I get almost through this second quote unquote chapter. No, it's a collection of short stories. It's not the same story at all. It's a completely different story. And I am doing these mental gymnastics.
When's this gonna pivot?
Yep. And I'm like,
who's this fucking family?
So that must be a friend of this guy. But I'm putting like, I'm like stringing together all these weird like associations that don't exist. I'm like, okay. So
I can get behind this.
So in this new world, he's going to show up, and that's okay. This world's ending. It's a real hard pivot, but he's gonna bring it back. But I'm like
this family has to have something to do with this other family. But maybe they're neighbors.
Yep, maybe they're neighbors.
Right.
But I just the stupid part was like literally 60 pages of the news story. Never once did I think maybe this is a different story.
Yeah.
Maybe this is, and they couldn't be more different. They couldn't. The plots have nothing to do with each other.
Just because I know
nothing.
Just because I know you really well.
Yeah.
I fucking love it so much.
I was so
just
angry.
You just fucking in here.
Yeah.
How do I not get it?
Right.
Like, Like I love the book.
Right.
I love his work. And I follow all the twists that he throws my way, and I get them. Why don't I get this?
But I've never even heard of somebody else doing that.
Did you go backwards and read other pages and like see if you missed something?
Oh yeah, no, I would scan and I kept setting it down. In the second story, I was just like, I'd get frustrated. I'm like, God damn it! And I'm like, because I like the characters in the first story so much. And I was just like, when does he fucking show up? And I know sometimes stories, the way Stephen writes, like you'll take a little detour and then it'll connect back. And so at first I'm like, okay, he's introducing new characters as part of this big story, kind of like in The Stand and stuff. But the further it goes on, and the world is so different, and it's not the same time, it's not the same place, it doesn't have the same feel. And I'm just like, and then I'm just getting angry. I'm like, this sucks. It was a really good story.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see what was going to happen. And then when I figured out, I look in hindsight, I'm like, oh, that was definitely the ending. Like, and also I'm like, how did I miss a definite ending to the first story? It's looking back, it's so definite.
Oh, I have two things to say.
Yeah.
One, I will never make that mistake. You know why?
Why?
I can't read. Boom! Are there pictures in it? No. Fuck it. And the other one is I did the same thing with Handmaid's Tale. So we are sharing I mean, I know it's not a fucking book.
Yeah.
But it's kind of similar in the way that I ruined like the whole series for myself.
Okay.
We share a Hulu account with oh, don't tell anybody. Does anyone work at Hulu?
I think everybody does this.
Everyone. Okay.
So
it's a normal thing.
You pirate somebody else's Hulu account.
Don't say it like that.
You steal it.
Okay.
You're a thief.
So we were watching it, and they were ahead of us multiple seasons, and we had just started.
Oh.
So I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know where I was.
I've done this
Jumped
too.
all the way to season 7.
And how many
watched
episodes?
the ending. Like basically the whole fucking thing.
You watched the whole
All the way
last
down
season.
to like I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't watched
Yep,
it.
okay.
Like the fire.
Okay.
From episode 4 to that. And I was
Yep.
like, why fuck me. I didn't notice it till I was almost all the way done with it, and I just went, oh no. Look at me. Look at me, I did it. I didn't have the heart to tell Aaron, like, because I was
Right.
by myself. I was like,
Right.
she's gonna be so pissed. I just
Ruined it?
like ruined the next 5 months of our life, of our snuggly bed episodes.
I have done that before too. I've jumped because of the way Netflix and those all the streaming things will cue you to where you last watched. And then I haven't realized, like, sometimes Lindsay and I are watching this show at different times, or I've done the thing where I forget that I've watched something before, and then a couple years later I jump in and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? I'm like in the wrong point and stuff.
So like the plot line, the way that it continued,
Right.
for me in my brain, because sometimes you watch it and you doze off, like at the end of the night is how we kind of watch episodes.
Right.
I was like trying to think about, I was like, fuck, this progressed really quick. Like I thought they didn't like each other. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, wait, why are they talking to each other making plans? I was like, what the fuck is happening? And you know what I'm talking about because you've seen it.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, you're stupid though.
Have you ever done this? Have you ever been excited to watch a movie like new to you, and then as the movie's going, you start to not like the movie because you feel like it's super derivative, like they ripped off some other movie, and then by the end of the movie, you realize that you've already watched that same movie, and you were mad that they stole the movie from the same movie.
No.
I have done that a few times where I'm like, what the fuck? I know they're ripping off somebody.
What the fuck is
and then
this?
I'm like, no, I've just seen this before.
What's the other guy with the rubber suit with a bat? They fucking totally ripped it off. This is another Batman.
Oh, you're gonna copy somebody else? Okay, plagiarist.
Oh, this is Batman Returns. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Okay,
that was
good.
fun. Yeah. Thank you for being vulnerable and letting us know how dumb you are. Let's move on. We're gonna look at other dumb stuff now.
And that book is a good book.
Which part?
All of it.
Which story?
All of the stories are good if you understand that they're separate stories.
Okay. Very good. All right. We're gonna go to the dumb side of the internet now.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. Segment called Dumb Dumb Idiots. Go.
Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Idiot.
All right. This is out of our home state of good old Idaho.
Okay.
All right. In this, I know
Wait a
that.
minute. Something dumb has happened in Idaho before?
What?
What?
You
Get out
kidding
of
me?
here. Come on.
It's the greatest place in the world. No dumb people here, especially not us. And I know,
You know that the state motto is it's the Ivy League state.
right. Every college, top notch, all of them, more than just football. All right, Zach, bring it up on the screen. Zach, bring the fucking screen.
Come on, Zach.
All right.
Oh,
So I know that the
quick.
world. He did. Thanks, Zach. I know that the world is full of dumb records.
Okay.
I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
this and I was, wow. How? I don't know why this was more dumb than anything else.
Okay.
But this drove me crazy. I mean, he's
Okay.
not doing anything like.
He's wasting a lot of his time.
Okay. So an Idaho man with more than 150 Guinness World Records to his name took 92 hits to the face with wet sponges
What?
to break his latest record.
To break it. Wait a minute. That implies that he had previously set a record of being hit in the face with wet sponges, and he's like,
Right.
not enough. I got to
could
take
do
it further.
better. I can do better. I want to make my family proud. I don't want to
92 wet. What? Does it give details on like how he was hit with them?
Yeah, there's a video too. So David Rush,
Okay.
who breaks Guinness World Records to promote STEM education. Okay,
So
fine.
that's good. That's good.
See, that's the good part.
That's a nice
but
part.
fucking don't. Just stop this shit. No one cares. Do cooler records if you want to really promote them, bro.
Right. I guess we are talking about it,
I know.
but
right.
yes,
Okay.
I wish it was a cooler record.
Created a video for Ada Community Library Summer Reading Program.
Okay.
Which took its presentations virtual this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And broke a record for his talk on growth mindset. So
Okay.
the video features Rush recounting the journey from having 0 Guinness records at age 30 to amassing more than 150
Right.
at age 35. I just turned 35.
Yay.
I have none. How many do you have?
I have none.
At the close of the video, he breaks the record with help from his neighbor Jonathan Hannon, and I find this so funny.
Okay.
And I'll paint it for you in a second. So Hannon threw 106 sponges in the 1 minute time frame, and 96 of them made contact with Rush's face to break the record, which previously stood at 76.
Doesn't this like devalue
How do you
the
pick-
Guinness Book of World Records?
That's what I'm getting at. But I think about this neighbor.
Yeah.
I picture Rush going around his neighborhood, knocking
Yeah.
on doors, be like, "Hey, are you athletic? Like, I need some help. And then, Jonathan's like, yeah, man, I used to play some baseball. Perfect. Right. I'm going to need you to meet me in the cul-de-sac and throw some wet sponges at my face. Yeah, no problem.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when? No, we'll wait tomorrow, like around 1 o'clock. I'll bring everything. You just have to show up and throw some sponges at my face.
It's just such a mockery of record setting.
I know.
Like as a kid, I love world records. I love it. Like because as a kid, I would think about, oh my God, the world's fastest human being.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is impressive. Out of all the humans on Earth,
right,
who have ever tried to run fast,
right,
this person, as far as we know, has run faster than anyone.
Right,
like the Usain Bolt type stuff. I'm like, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Jump higher, and then like stamina things,
like stuff that requires a little bit
skill,
not just creating it just to break the record, but there's actual other people that are going to compete.
Right. And good for this dude for raising money. I know we said that. I like that angle, but it is such a stupid thing. We're like
it's so goofy and dumb to me.
I guess whatever. You're having fun. You're raising money. There's. I would donate to this cause
without him,
but there's no way I would waste my fucking day watching some idiot get sponges to the face.
Yay.
It's just there's no stakes.
You did it.
Oh, you got hit in the face. Baseballs? Okay.
Bricks?
You want to take 92 bricks to the face?
Right.
I'm in. I'm very curious how you're going to handle this.
Acme irons, like from the sky? How many of those can you take to the face?
Right.
Jonathan will throw them at you.
Yeah.
Rocks? Small pebbles? Would that be fun?
It's just so boring and pointless.
We could switch it up and just do any other thing and try to break this dude's record. Darts.
If you put your face...
this is murder.
If you... No, I think you get to wear protective goggles.
Okay, you need
so no eye shots. And then your face, we have a customized dartboard built around your face, and then real darts, but with like thin needles, so it's not going to like really scar you up too bad.
Acupuncture.
Like acupuncture needles. Mm-hmm. And then I would absolutely watch.
Some benefits.
If you're like, okay, people get to stand in line, everybody gets 10 darts, they're 40 feet away, and they get to throw them at your face, and you're tied up, so you can't dodge them. And if you did that, and I would donate a lot of money. That's something. It's like this guy took 1,000 darts to his fucking face.
Right.
That is intense.
That's right.
I'm excited. Sponges, get out of here.
Are you interested in seeing like how this all went down? It's probably not exactly like how you thought.
I hope it's intense.
Okay, go ahead and bring up my my computer here. It's probably not what you thought. It's him getting hit in the face with wet sponges. Is that what you thought it was going to be?
Library summer reading program.
See?
David.
So he goes through the whole talk. It better fucking load. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. All right, doesn't matter. All right, off my screen. So anyway, he can juggle and do a bunch of other stuff. And like, I guess the list of 150 other records that he holds, like, what is that? Like how many toothpicks you can drop in a pair of Crocs?
Right.
I don't know. In 1 minute.
And
then he goes out to break his own record.
That's the thing.
How many? Like he wasn't satisfied and just moved on.
I can go further.
I can go far. Maybe somebody down the street in his cul-de-sac was practicing. He looked out the window, had like binoculars, and he's just peeking out, and he goes, fucking Timmy, like he's getting close. Timmy's got 76 sponges. He's going to break it. I better step it up with Jonathan next weekend.
My brief...
Two grown-ass men.
my brief vision of that guy, he does remind me of other people I've known, and this, I'm probably just a monster.
Okay,
I'm probably just a monster.
You are.
But just to say that it's like he runs, he's like doing good things. He's a nice guy. Mm-hmm. I would rather just kind of just take a hunting knife and cut myself than have to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Like he just...
I'll go for a beer?
No,
like,
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna just cut myself up a little bit.
Yeah,
I'd rather do that than go have a beer with you.
No, I hurt my hand. What do you mean? You just get a knife out and just like right in front of him?
Can't. I gotta go to the ER.
When? Right now, and I'll be there all night. How about tomorrow night? Nope. And then just like. I can't even hold beers now.
He just seems super corny.
Yeah.
But Rick, he's a nice corny guy.
He is, but I mean that killed me.
But the record is dumb. The record is dumb.
And I am hesitant to throw this out there.
Okay.
Because of how much shit we have content-wise. Mm-hmm. If somebody were to suggest a good world record that we could break in the office, should we try to do it? I'll do the research, but you participate. If I able to bring it up, let me try to break a record.
It's exciting. It's exciting. If it's sponge to the face level of exciting, no.
What if we could? Well, we should break this motherfucker's record.
Maybe. You know what though? I think you have to like get the Guinness people to come out.
And we'll invite him too. He can watch us.
Okay.
Beat it right in front of him. Not like that. I mean the record.
I won't do the fit, but if we did sponges to the dick.
Okay.
Like
it's a whole different category.
Mm-hmm. You gotta wear like tight underwear so you know where it's getting dick shots, and then sponges, but
Okay.
I can't do this actually because I have a
You
I have
you
a
don't
situation
dick?
on my right ball. I have a where I have an injury on my
Hey.
right ball. It's okay. It's not cancerous or
It's
anything.
still pretty.
It still works, but it is easily damaged because of previous damages to it.
So
I would have to wear a jock thing. But if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to wear tight so we can see it, and then the sponges, rubber bands, so we
Okay.
form them into balls.
All right.
And then it's like then you get to have Joe Paisley gets to have the world record for the most balled up hard sponges thrown like fastballs right into his dick.
they're not even wet anymore. They're just like in concrete. They're baseballs.
They're baseball. I just want to throw baseballs at your dick is what I'm getting at.
I knew that was where this was going. I also didn't think about this before we move on.
Okay.
Is that it's like to the face. Like, can we break the world record for like to the left shoulder? For
Oh, yeah,
wet
get even
sponges?
more obscure?
Yeah. To the right elbow while standing on
And
one
that's
foot.
the thing with these records where it gets like so ridiculously
I hate it.
specific.
God, it kills me.
I mean, it's like this guy took the most, rubber band snaps to his taint in 1 hour. It's like, fuck you.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
No one
It shouldn't
cares
matter.
about that
Nope.
record.
So if there's a record you think we should break, I mean, I'm willing to entertain it.
Right.
Dumb@isbedumb.com.
Yes.
You ready to move on?
I am.
Okay, so let's take a look at this next one. Go ahead and bring it up on the screen here, Zacharias. This one's pretty good in the sense that he maybe would have gotten away with it, and then just pulled the classic. Got to go back and get my keys. So Robert returns to the scene of the crime for his keys that he forgot, because
Okay.
of course he needed them to get into his apartment that he, after he'd stolen the loot.
Oh my God.
And this kills me. So if you're gonna steal, go ahead.
I do get, you've left an important clue if you do leave it there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, how are you that absent-minded when you break in? Don't set your keys down in somebody else's place that you've just broken into.
And I guess a lot of it depends on what the keys look like, because I don't know about you, but I don't have a picture of like my face on my keys. So the cops would have to like go.
Oh, you're right.
Have to go like to
I'm dumb.
Who did it? Who did it? But,
That's right.
But
That
it
makes
could
it
have
even-
an
that-
apartment complex thing. I don't know.
You're right. I think that does make it.
He could have like just asked
I
the
love that-
landlord to let him in, or
Yeah.
like anything else besides go back and do that.
I love that I didn't even think of that.
You thought they all were connected to faces?
I might be as dumb as it's criminal because just my gut was like, well, yeah, you gotta go back and get your keys because then
We'll go get you.
because then they're gonna find your apartment. But you're right. Like what detective is like, all right, we got these keys, so we got to go to every fucking door in this city.
First step, going to Ace Hardware, making a bunch of duplicates, and then have the whole squad out.
Just like a manhunt where everyone's just going to doors, every like.
And then one feels
shed.
really good, and it goes in, you're like, like it doesn't turn all the way.
Right.
Let's get lunch. We'll try some more knobs later.
Yeah, you just leave your keys there.
Yeah. Anyway, it sounds crazy, but that's what this guy did, and
Okay.
he never should have gone back to get his keys. So, however, he finally did come back to claim the keys that he left. And this is how it all went.
Okay.
It was 3:50 in the morning, Sunday morning, when a woman called police to tell them that her husband had just caught a man breaking into their garage. Once the cops made it to the scene, they arrested the suspect. During the arrest, on the way to being taken into custody, the suspect kicked some of the officers. That's a no-no.
No.
And then Brandon Police Service said the officer was not injured, so that's good. So anyway, here's what happened.
Okay.
According to police, the suspect hid the items that he stole nearby.
Okay.
While he returned other items to his apartment.
Okay.
Problem is, he didn't have his keys, so he was at his apartment, but he couldn't get into it to put the things that he stole back in.
I love that he can break into somebody else's place, but can't break into his own place.
Right, and you'll see, he tried. So the suspect decided to smash the glass door of his apartment building so he could get in, but he still couldn't get into his place without the keys. The robber returned to the garage he stole the items from to look for his keys, and that's when the homeowner apprehended him. The police reported the suspect was intoxicated and in breach of two conditions of an undertaking. 20-year-old Brandon Mann was arrested for break, entering, and theft, 2 counts of failure to comply with an undertaking, 2 counts of mischief to property under $5,000, and assaulting a police officer. So they let him go once he sobered up. That was nice of them.
That is nice, and also like what a weird thing. I mean, I guess if you're making those kind of decisions, your life is just not in a good place.
Sure.
Like you're just not making good decisions. But it's like that's just weird to me that you would go burglarize while drunk. It's like you get
I'm
fucked
bored.
up.
I need a bike. You know what make this night more fun? Some stuff from a shed.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
I'll get a bike helmet.
God, this what a day this guy had. He started off at some point sober, and then he decides to get drunk, and then man, did things go downhill.
Just
Like I've done stupid things when I've been drunk, but I've never broke into someone's place, then stole stuff, then left my keys in their place, then broke into my own building, but not been able to get in my apartment, then go back, then get arrested, then assault officers.
That's some drunk shit.
Oh, that's a drunk story.
Too big, just one problem at a time.
Oh my God.
In a row. Have you ever gotten in trouble with like the police?
I have.
I have. I did something real stupid and did get in trouble for it. Go ahead. I'd love to hear it.
I've gotten.
Actually, I didn't get in trouble for it. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I've gotten in trouble a couple times. Once after college, it was like a year after college. So I was like 23 years old.
Okay.
I've talked about this somewhere before, but it's a stupid night. My friends and I just got like stupid crazy and just like to amuse ourselves when we were drunk. I guess like a lot of young dudes, but just like super weird, extra on the weird part, I think. And I'd watched Braveheart, and for some reason,
why is that so funny to me?
For some reason, the freedom moment in the movie stuck in my head.
I can see you just watching it and the wheels spinning, being like, tonight's gonna be fucking
Tonight's gonna
lit.
be absolutely crazy. And so I don't know. It was a series of inside jokes that led to this, but I became this character when I was drunk. I became the angry guy who's mad at the government for taking his taxes, taking his tax money.
Who isn't?
And so I decided when I was drunk that I'm going to get my money back by taking street signs.
Perfect.
And so it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like working signs, like no parking signs. I think we actually tried to get a stop sign, which is pretty fucked up. But like getting those out of the ground and yelling so much. And
like just yelling freedom, I'm assuming.
At one point, I got one sign out, and I ran down Hamilton Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
In Spokane.
It's not a busy street or anything.
Holding it above my head at like 3 o'clock in the morning, yelling, freedom! Just this really drunk guy with the sign above his head. Then, before the cops showed up, we got another sign out of the ground, a no parking sign, and are dragging it down the sidewalk because it has the big concrete base, with its cemented in. Dragging it, just yelling like no one is living around this place, like right by houses.
It's like the whole city's yours.
Uncle Sam, you ain't taking my shit. I'll get my money back one way or another. But do. One of the houses we are dragging in front of, there's a sheriff that lives there. So he's pissed.
What?
He just got woke up.
Why?
We're ruining property out in front of his house.
He's not even mad that like anything's happening. Just mad you woke him up. He's like, we're gonna put him fuck.
And then
I gotta do something.
So he calls it in. Couple cop cars pull us up, and it was just like the weirdest crime where we're all just hammered out there, and then just dragging this sign, and then I just remember I was so drunk. The cop asked the first officer who talked to us some version of like, "What are you guys doing?" And that's when I kind of sobered up, and it was just there's no way to explain that. Well, I watched Braveheart, and we like to joke about guys who don't want to pay taxes, and I ripped out, just arrest me. So I just pled guilty to malicious mischief and city theft.
I picture you like explaining it, and then while you're explaining it, you just walk into the cop car to let yourself in the back and just get in. You're like,
I'll show myself
in. I took some street signs, make sure I got even, and then
you get it. Never mind.
Click.
Yeah. So that's a dumb thing I got in trouble for.
I haven't been arrested a lot. In our town, like you spend a lot of time running from cops.
Right.
A ton.
And when you said your town growing up, you're talking about Ketchum.
Yes. So Sun Valley, Haley, that whole gauntlet.
Yeah.
A lot of parties that you would do. And we were probably pretty dumb. But almost every weekend I felt like I was running from cops.
Yeah.
Like that's
sweet.
That's what we were doing, huh?
Living life.
Sick,
bro.
And this
Noise.
one, give it to me. I'm drunk. And this is one of my favorite stories because it's so dumb, and I never got caught for it.
Okay.
Me and my buddies were riding around. We were bored, as kids get.
Okay.
We decided it's the middle of winter, and it started with all the driveways because you get a shit ton of snow down in that valley. All the driveways have like little poles.
Okay.
Because they mark where your driveway is so that the snowplow, when they come through, they don't just plow snow into your driveway.
Okay.
So they can see the sticks. So they know they know not to just push it all in there and mash it all in. So you just have PVC pipes like that mark all the driveway ends.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we started with just like driving by in an 85 white Subaru hatchback and just grabbing those out of the ground and then just driving down the street and hitting other ones with it.
Just fucking everyone's driveways over.
Sure. Maybe. Whatever. Sure. It wasn't that bad. Okay. This is where it gets funny.
Okay.
I discovered that there's an extension cord in the back of the car.
Okay.
So now I'm a cowboy. I make a lasso out of the extension cord, and we start lassoing trash cans as we're flying by.
That's actually pretty awesome.
So picture us like just, like probably blasting Godsmack or something, middle of winter.
Yeah.
And I'm just out the passenger window just and like going like 25 and just and trying to grab them. and you'd miss and be like, ah, and everyone would get super pissed in the car. And then like you just like would take turns and rotate around with the lasso. And then when you got one, oh my God, was it funny.
Oh, I
you
bet.
Just, and it would hook around, you go, oh, and you just keep driving.
That's awesome.
Because you're the horse.
You're dragging it down the street.
And it just goes, it just explodes. So we're doing that. And luckily, we put the lasso away, and we're done.
Yeah.
Our fun is over.
Okay, you had a great
we
night.
feel a little bit bad. We realize what we're doing like is probably pretty shitty, and we're about to go, and then the cops show up, and they just like surround our car,
Right.
and we all get arrested.
Yep, as you should have.
Luckily, we were sober, so we didn't get in like that much trouble.
Sure.
Got taken down to the station. We got petty theft like charges that like kind of
Yeah.
got dropped. But they're like, all right, well, call your parents to get picked up. And everybody I was with called their parents to get picked up.
Yeah.
In my room at my dad's house, we had our own phone line.
So you called your own room?
I called my brother.
Oh, nice!
Where is it?
Ding, 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 ding.
Called my brother and
call.
said, hey man, I know it's late. I just got arrested. Can you come and get me? And he gave me, yeah. So he comes down and picks me up, and we just never told my parents.
Oh, that's amazing. You got away with it.
Yeah, I told him later though.
Everything's great about that story.
Like 10 years later.
The
But,
only thing
yeah.
I didn't like about that story was the music you're listening to. I just think it'd be funnier if it was like George Strait, maybe like Amarillo by Morning, but cranked, maxed out in some subwoofer, but just like in the middle, just so loud, Amarillo by Morning, and then grab it up from San Antonio, drag it
down to the Hotel California.
all the garbages that I got. are just the ones I lassoed.
For whatever reason, a lot of my childhood was just dragging weird shit behind our car. Dishwashers, ovens, refrigerators,
You made the most of
couches.
it. You made the most of small town
Making
Idaho.
big turns and whipping them into shit. Signs, we'd rip them out. Okay. Anyway, so that
I
was
love
fun.
it. I
Yeah,
love
some
it.
dumb
Good job.
people. But that was not the dumbest thing. Neither one of
Okay.
those stories. I mean, you had going back to the scene to get your keys. You had the dumb acts fucking record. But now we found the dumbest thing that I found this week.
Let's crank it up to 11.
Let's crank it up. And this is called Apocalypse Pending.
It's the apocalypse.
All right. I don't even know how this would fucking happen.
Okay.
And it kills me. Let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
Hospital patient dies after family members switch off ventilator to plug in air cooler in India. It's exactly what you think is happening. Do you see this scene?
So they're like, oh, it's too hot in here.
Okay.
Let's unplug our father's or whoever's fucking ventilator that's keeping him alive so we can get some cool breezes on ourselves.
Right.
Oh, man.
How's this make you feel right now?
In a perfect world, when they plugged in like the air cooler, it would have caused some strange electrical surge that would have electrocuted the entire family.
Or just woke him up.
Just to remove them from the gene pool.
Maybe he was just too hot. And so they actually win. They just cooled him off. And he's
That'd be
like,
a great twist to that
"Thank
story.
you."
It's like doctors are doing all these tests and they're like, we don't know what's going on.
I'm a doctor.
And then finally, when they plug this thing in, aha! He was just too hot. That's why he's been in the ER for 7 months. He was too hot.
Too damn hot.
If only we could have thought to cool him off earlier.
Right. So,
God, they killed him because they were just.
yeah. I mean, it was fucking hot, and I'll get there in a second. A man suspected of having coronavirus has died after family members allegedly unplugged the ventilator he was connected to so they could plug in an air cooler. Which I'm kind of bummed that like that whole paragraph right there was also the headline. Okay, let's shorten up the headline next time.
Just in that situation, maybe ask.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you not ask?
I don't know.
In an ER type situation where there's all this important beeping equipment.
Right.
I've already talked about some dumb stuff I did. I just can't understand how you'd be like, oh, just don't even worry. Let's just wing it.
Ooh, I'm sweaty.
This is probably not important. So let's unplug this
my
and plug this in.
Oh,
What could go wrong?
This swamp ass is unbearable.
What equipment in this room? What equipment could possibly be important?
It can't be that bad. It's fucking hot in here. Oh my God. So a 40-year-old was admitted to the intensive care unit of, and I looked this up and I'm still going to fuck it, Moharo Bhim Singh Hospital of Kota, Rajasthan.
It's Mahar Bin Hospital. That's right.
Oh, you tried. That's good.
I don't know.
That's good. Hold on. Just.
Ah.
It was connected so they could plug in the air cooler, blah, blah, blah. This was back on June 13th, a while ago, but I've been sitting on this story because it still baffled me.
Yeah.
He was shifted to the isolation ward on June 15 after another patient in the ICU tested positive for coronavirus. As they do, they're trying to get him away from it.
Yeah.
The family members visited. They brought an air cooler with them, but could not find an extra socket to plug it into. The news outlet reported, and allegedly they just unplugged the man's ventilator, which ran out of power half an hour later. They alerted the medical staff from their nice, perfectly cooled isolation chamber. They performed CPR, but the man died. Hospital Superintendent Dr. Heaven Saxena told the Indian Express a 3-member hospital committee would investigate the incident and report on the patient's cause of death. So here's how it kind of gets there. So the isolation ward at the hospital is attended by around 5 medical staff and a resident doctor on duty. It's unclear why family members were allowed to visit the patient in the isolation ward in the first place, which makes sense. Test results later confirmed the man did not have coronavirus, despite being admitted to the hospital with difficulty breathing. The family had brought an air cooler because the patient's the hospital's air conditioning had been switched off to limit the spread of coronavirus, which makes sense.
Right.
So here's the hot part. Temperatures inside the hospital reportedly hovered around 40 degrees Celsius, which is 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so that's hot.
That's fucking hot. However, the family members had reportedly not asked medical staff for permission to use the air cooling unit.
God, and obviously this.
You think? What if the doctor's like, yeah, sure.
Obviously,
I don't care.
story,
I'm busy. I had one less person to care about. Unplug it. Do it.
I mean, it's tragic.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. We're all hot.
Dude, I fucking dare you. It's fucking hot in here.
Obviously, it's tragic, but it is just so funny to me just to picture like the family like pushing a little emergency button and like, all right, okay, 2 things.
Let's get our story straight.
Okay, 2 things. Good news, bad news. Good news, feels fucking great in here. We're very happy with that. We couldn't be happier with how good it feels in here. Bad news, our dad's dead because we unplugged his machine.
They're like, good news, they're wearing snowsuits. It is fucking sweet in here right now.
Good news. Good news. Okay, a couple things.
Snow cones. A snow cone machine they plugged in with it.
Let's get the bad news out of the way. Our dad's dead. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
We want to stay here. This is way. This is way cooler than our apartment,
Right.
and we really like it.
I don't care.
The food's not bad.
Nope.
So if we can leave the air conditioner in because it's too late, can we please, make the best of the
Here's the
situation?
trade-off. We'll deal with our dead dad. Like, we'll take care of that.
That's on us.
That's on
Listen,
us.
we're not mad.
I'm not saying it's your fault.
We killed him. We get that.
It's our fault.
But listen,
but I'm going to stay here.
What's done is done.
What's done is done. How am I going to change that? I can't.
You don't cry over spilt milk, and you don't cry over a dad you just killed. Right. You just got to live in the now. And right now feels fucking great.
It feels really good.
Feels the best it's felt in months.
I picture him like walking out, like taking off some sunshades, like. I got some good news, some bad news. What is it? What is he handing me? Like, it's no Slurpee. Fucking sweet in here right now. Come on in. I'll tell you the bad news when we get in there.
Okay. Good news, bad news. Dad's dead. That's the bad news. Good news. That Slurpee's been sitting on the counter for 20 minutes and it's still not melted. It's fucking sweet, bro.
I just picture them coming out like they push their dead dad out of there, just like rolling in more patients from the other rooms. Get in here!
Get in! It feels fucking great in here.
This
right?
is fucking sweet. You're right.
Oh, man.
Don't die on me. What other types of shit could they plug in? That's what kills me. Like if it wasn't an air cooler, like the more petty thing would be like if they had to charge their phone.
Oh, right.
Like if he was bored and wanted to catch up on a Netflix show.
Just playing fucking Candy Crush. Listen, bad news, Dad said. Good news, I just set a fucking new high score on Candy Crush. So
I just figured
you win some, you lose some.
I just been doing the math on my phone on how many wet sponges I can get hit in my face. And I'm going to break this fucking record. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Feels good.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's Apocalypse Pending.
It's sad.
That felt pretty good, didn't it?
That felt good.
I don't even know what we're doing next. What are we doing next? Oh, I know what we're doing. It's time.
Fingers crossed. It's time.
It's time.
I'm very excited.
This is the showcase. And you were laughing super hard looking these up, so I am absolutely pumped.
This is killing me. Yeah.
And these people piss us off more than anything else, and they go online, write 1-star reviews or close to 1 star, being as petty as possible.
So petty.
And we call this segment 1-Star Heroes.
I get no respect in real life, always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet,
Okay. And I'm going to address something right now, because I feel like I have to, and nobody has caught it yet, which blows my mind.
The misspell.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, just in case you wanted to know, or I'll address our viewers directly here. In case you caught it, 1-Star Heroes. Heroes was spelled wrong for the first 2 episodes on our own title sequence. So, we fixed it now.
That's a dumb thing you did.
It's a dumb thing I did this week.
So we did you have something?
We had beta testers. We had us.
Nobody caught it.
No one caught it. I sent it off to my brother, and then his wife, Caitlin, is a teacher, and he goes, "Do you think they meant to do that?" My brother's like, "No, there's no way they meant to do that." And he goes, "But he sugarcoated it." He goes, "Oh, I know the show's about being dumb. Did you guys mean to misspell this?" And I was like, "Fuck you, man.
No,
of course I didn't."
dang it.
And you know I didn't. All right, so let's get into it. 1-Star Heroes. Tell me what's good.
Okay, so Powell's Books in Portland, Oregon
I've
is
been.
my favorite bookstore in the United States.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to all of them, so if you're like, oh, I like this one better. Okay, fine. But it's great. It's a huge. It's called Powell's City of Books. It's gigantic.
Get
And it
lost
has-
in there,
Yeah,
literally.
literally. So many books. I mean, like the most. Yeah, you can like order things like, but if you need to like go to like a cool brick and mortar, yes, this is a
Okay.
bibliophile's dream. This is the place to go. It's a very literate city. You know, it's a very well read kind of area.
I'm so
love
uneducated. I've never even heard bibliopedia, whatever you said. Bibliophile?
Like a book lover. I think that's what it means.
I'm so dumb.
I threw it out there.
I'm so stupid.
I've always been a big book person. I love it, and this is like one of my just kind of favorite stores in general. And you can see
It's
not
really
just
cool.
me, 5 stars, over 4,200 reviews.
Yeah.
People
a lot
really
of
like this place.
happy customers.
A lot of happy customers. It's been there for a long time, and
It's kind of like the Amoeba music store in
Yes.
LA. Like that's kind of the same.
It's the book version.
vibe. Yeah.
And you know, and it's hard to keep independent bookstores around now. A lot
Yeah.
of them have died.
Yeah.
So very cool place. Okay, so I just want to establish people love it. Really good ratings.
Okay.
Here's some people who don't like it. This fucking kills me. This is why I started laughing. Bryn G from Salt Lake City, 1-star review, opens it up with, I mean, if you like books, this would be great. Are you fucking kidding me? It's called Powell's City of Books.
Listen, if you come here looking for rocks, not gonna love it.
Oh my God. And then she says, but for all the tourists out there, this is literally just a very large but ran down Barnes and Noble. Well, it's not. It's not worth your time if you're just going there because it's a Portland must-see. It's a fucking bookstore for people who love books. And she's like, she found it on some list of tourist things, clearly.
Uh-huh.
And what did you want it to be? A fucking water park inside? Like, what stupid expectations did you put because you're an idiot?
Went out looking for a hot tub, came home with goosebumps.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great place if you like books. But if you're looking for, lazy river
Right.
and drinking in the sun, it really sucks.
Philly cheesesteak, not gonna get it here.
If you want a fantastic pizza, well, go elsewhere because all they have is books.
All they have is recipe books. Make it yourself. Rude.
It just blows my mind.
It really kills me.
It blows my mind.
It's so dumb.
That like it couldn't advertise what it is more appropriately, and you're mad that it's the thing that it is.
And it's all you're gonna see when you go in.
Right.
You would have known within 2 inches of heading like open the door, be like, oh, just books. Like,
Right.
Never mind. Not my thing.
This is like a 1-star review where it's like you go to Miguel's Taco Emporium, and you're like, I mean, it's great if you like tacos. The filet mignon, not on the menu. Right. Could not find any chicken fried rice. Oh my God! So that one killed me. So I opened up and seen that and be like, no.
Any example? I like flipping it the other way too. If you went to a water park
me.
and you went in looking for books,
Right.
Usually,
I mean, sure, this is a nice water park if you like water.
right?
No. Now this next one also kills me.
Okay.
This person, Deborah N. 1-star review. This is just right below Bryn's. And I love the 1-star review that opens up with, this store was fantastic.
Right.
A 1-star review.
You're setting up something beautiful right now.
This store was fantastic. I bought one book and proceeded to leave. When I exited, the alarm went off and I went back in and the door monitor scanned my book and looked at the receipt. Fine. I went back out again and it continued to beep. She then summoned me back and asked, am I sure that I don't have anything else on me from the store? At that point, I asked if she was accusing me of being a thief. She insisted she was not, and I told her there was no other way to take that.
Oh my God.
I told her that she was welcome to look at my purse. She declined, and then I said I was leaving. Maybe they need to get their monitoring equipment checked. It's not fun being accused of being a thief in public, or might I add, in private. I'll never go there again. Yeah, they had a malfunction, you dumb piece of shit. It happens. And they were very polite in how they handled it, as you just said.
I always hate that. Like on top of the review,
Right.
the type of person that gets super pissed at somebody else for just literally doing their one job.
Yeah.
Like it's what he's doing.
Deborah is
I'm
angry
so sorry.
always.
I don't know. I'm not accused. Like, that poor little guy at the door. Or
Right.
girl. They go beep. How can you please come back here for a second?
Yep.
It's like if TSA, you're walking through the airport and
Right.
it beeped. You're
Right.
like, hey, do you have anything else on you? What?
Yeah.
Are you accusing me of smuggling
I hate
a
that
bomb?
person. That kind of Karen
It's like, I don't
type.
know, just take your fucking belt off.
Right.
What do you want?
And I've traveled so much. That has happened to me.
Yeah.
And I've had the beep thing.
It's frustrating, but it's
yep.
not like, it's not, fuck, they're not doing it.
I've
they
been
don't want to be there
right.
either.
I've been to stores many, like Best Buy and stuff like that, where it's malfunctioned.
Yeah.
And actually, I have done, when it's beeped out, I have walked, no one's even come up to me, and I've went back to the cash register and be like, hey, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
It's beeping, you know, like that. You're welcome to look through my stuff.
Right.
And if they were to choose to, I wouldn't be mad in the slightest. It's like, I just hate the situation where it's like, yeah, but that is what would happen if a thief did try to take a book.
Right.
So how are you not understanding of that other people do steal, that they don't know you, Deborah N? Does the N stand for fucking numbnuts?
It does.
You know? Oh, God.
And I love that.
Kills
Like,
me.
I've had it on multiple occasions, like when I'm just stealing a bunch of shit, it goes off.
Which is super annoying.
You kidding me?
Oh.
Whoa, you got a TV?
Oh, so what? You're going to be mad at me for stealing stuff?
Oh, whoa, I'm just trying to live my life.
Okay, beep. Fine, I stole stuff.
Thought this was America.
So that's those two people.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay.
On board right now with the hate.
Okay,
Loving
so
the hate.
So this next person, this is a person that's taking out their frustration with a city or a cultural kind of issue
Okay.
on a bookstore that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So I don't even know how to say this is not a real name. They just made up something for their Yelp. It's like Mixalapilic. It's like it's clearly not a real name.
Okay,
They just
perfect.
strung a bunch of consonants together. 1 star. If you don't mind filthy, worthless junkies hanging around inside and out, as well as rancid, homeless tramps, indigent bums that smell like piss, shit, and alcohol using the restrooms for bathtubs, showers, and personal bathing areas, and a place to shoot up, then this is the place for you. But then again, in Portland, this is viewed as celebrating diversity. Do they have gender-neutral bathrooms? Who gives a fuck? It's a non-issue. That's just an angry human.
What are you so mad at?
They're just 1-starring the world.
They're
and
not.
They've put it on Powell's page.
Right.
That-
Why?
Not one mention of books. Not one mention of employees.
Just
I hate this person.
so much
I hate
hate.
this person.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Get that upset.
Yep.
Over like who's showing up at a bookstore.
Cancel your Yelp account and get some counseling.
Probably just enjoying a little peaceful read session.
Right.
And then this one's like, "Meh, did you know you smell like shit?
Right.
What? Excuse me?
That's
Take
very-
the headphones off. What was that?
You filthy junkie.
So, what?
What's sorry? What
What's
was that?
Nothing. Put it back on. Fucking smell like piss.
Excuse me?
One more
Again?
One more time, please. What was that?
Okay.
Okay.
So, this is just a quick one, a quick hit on this one. I just think this is funny where this person's boyfriend clearly took a huge shit that became an awkward situation.
All right.
And clearly they're lying about how this thing rolled out. Karen Z, 1 star, says, do not use the bathrooms here. I love Powell's. As a Portland native, I've spent many weekends here and spent a lot of money on them. But my boyfriend tried to use their bathroom and the janitorial staff would not stop yelling at him and banging on the door. They even called over a manager to yell at him and bang the door some more, claiming that he'd been in there for 15 minutes when it was only 5 minutes. I bet it was 15. Seriously? As if that ever helped someone use the bathroom faster. Let the man use the restroom in peace. All the other staff are great, but the bathroom situation is terrible, so make sure you go before you come here.
Okay. Again, Portland, bigger city, gonna have like some bathroom issues. And if you want any bathroom at all, there always are people that are monitoring it.
Yeah.
A lot of them. To make sure that they're not just using drugs.
Exactly.
Or sleeping in the bathroom.
Right.
Or having fuck sex.
Right. And this 1 star goes against the other one where what that guy was mad at. Now the other person is mad at the staff for trying to not have that situation.
Right. To
So
try
it's
to
like they
not
can't
make it-
win.
Yeah.
Because they do have, people who are, hooked, addicted to narcotics and different
Right.
things like that are heroin and stuff that are doing that in the bathroom. So they're trying to remedy the situation.
They're addicted to books. They get back just like you got to pay for that.
Right. And there are people who just probably go in there. I'm sure there's people who beat off in there, grab you. Okay, yeah.
That's the only time I was there.
One time.
Yeah.
So that's just and I just this is a pet peeve of mine with the 1 stars. When somebody who says they love it, they use it all the time.
Right.
But one time they had one bad situation in their mind, and so they 1 star the entire place.
Yeah.
You're being petty.
Where
You're being
were
petty.
you when it was great?
Yeah, were you 5-star? Because this wasn't corrected, so you never 5-starred it.
Nope.
All the times you loved it. Mm-hmm. You're just not a good person, Karen.
Been coming
in
here
this
for
situation.
15 years. It's always been amazing. And
Right.
today, that changes.
Yep.
1 star.
You're a 1-star, Karen Z.
Can you imagine? There's some of my favorite restaurants, and sometimes they fuck it.
Yeah.
They don't, and if they just don't do it very often,
Right.
And I still love them.
Me too.
I'm not gonna be like, oh man, like you gave me pork instead of chicken,
Right.
Or like if there's a big deal in my
Right.
diet or whatever, like I'm like, okay, I can send it back.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I'm like, oh man, that sucks, but I like pork too.
That's another personality type I can't stand.
Yeah.
Where it's like you support this, you're a patron of this place, you love it. Because I've had that with restaurants too.
Yeah.
And then like, they're humans. They're human beings who make mistakes sometimes.
Right.
And it's like I never like, oh, they made one mistake out of 40 times I've been there, so out forever.
Kick the chair over. Fuck you.
Fuck you guys. I hope this place burns
Place
down.
sucks. I hated all of those today. Thank you. You made my blood pressure go up quite a bit.
I have one last one.
Then hit me with it right now.
Okay. This is the last 1-star because this is my favorite one.
Okay.
It's only after a couple hours of soaking up the vibe before one can appreciate the place. This is JS.
Okay.
I recommend staying for a few hours over a few visits and find a nice corner with a few books to sit down and read and soak. So they seem to like it.
Okay.
Interestingly, the reason it gets 2 stars, no, you gave it 1, is because I was brushing my teeth one time in the restroom.
Oh, that was fun.
And some staff politely asked me to not do it. Politely? Mm-hmm. Wait, do I look like a hobo? Am I not allowed to use the bathroom mirror to brush my teeth? Hello? And what about the book buyback? They paid me $125 for a $10 book. Bummer. That's enough to cover my parking. This person's insane.
Yeah, absolutely losing
This
it.
is gibberish.
Things aren't working out the ways that he wants in his whatever fantasy world he's living in.
So I had to look further into
Okay,
JS.
Let's see what JS is
Just
all
a
about.
litany. These are so great.
Okay.
Okay, look at all these 1-stars. At 85 Degree Bakery Cafe.
Wouldn't
they
let me brush my teeth.
No,
Next
they open
place.
it up. They open up 1 star. They primarily sell bakery. Yeah, it's a bakery. It says that right in the name. It's a bakery. For someone who wants to buy a drink and get some studying done, this place will not work. The loud music, the lack of Wi-Fi, and lack of plugins in the wall. But that is the issue. These cafe faces people squatting to what?
Excuse me?
Wish they could do something better about it. Okay, so just like they're insane.
Yep.
The next one's Starbucks, 1 star. It's
Tell
a
us.
Starbucks. I go there because it's close, but if it wasn't the proximity, then I'll be going anywhere else but $5. Sorry, Starbucks. You are a corporate system, and in Portland, I really hope the local flavors will thrive.
Okay.
So 1 start to you because you are Starbucks. However, thanks for the consistency of your drinks. Hey, I hate you, and I wish you were never here, but you guys do a good job. 1 star.
But you are around. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me vent.
The next one, Westfield Valley Fair. Great. Another shopping for people to throw their money away. 1 star. This is a place you haven't even been. You just don't like malls.
This
and so you 1 star.
motherfucker.
And then another Starbucks. Oh man, it's Starbucks. You know what to expect. 1 star, move on. And then I'll end on this one. There's so many. The next one. Stevens Creek Toyota. 1 star. Wow, this got to be the worst customer service I had in a while. Anil was rude and disrespectful and basically openly said that he's not here to show me the car if I don't plan to buy. That's how it works. You're a lunatic.
You gonna take a peek at these rides? I don't know. You wasting my time?
Right.
Yeah. No.
Are you interested in buying a car? No, I just like to drive them.
I just like to
Then you
look
gotta
at 'em.
leave.
Yeah. Well, then
Well-
fuck off. I gotta go sell some stuff.
Someone's heading to Yelp. Right. Okay. That felt good. I feel better now.
That was really good.
Okay, good.
I love that guy. He doesn't like the stuff.
JS.
Yeah, just going around like, nah, dumb. McDonald's 1. Like every McDonald's in the whole country, 1 star. You know what it is.
Right.
It's a McDonald's. You don't expect 1
Just
star.
running around to shit on places. Just can't shit on places fast enough.
I love it. Okay, I feel like we've done a lot of negativity.
Okay,
let's turn
okay.
it around.
Okay,
There
let's get
is some
positive.
good stuff on the internet. We're going to find that right now. A segment called Sliver of Hope. Let's do it, Zachy.
Sliver of hope.
All right, so this one made me really happy.
Okay.
As you know, there's no other substitute for a good education, right?
Yeah.
So it's really important to have that.
Okay.
I mean, you can get by without it.
Yeah.
But it is important to have it.
I
And this
value it
guy
very much.
found some inspiration while he was just doing his job.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this?
I am.
Inspired by the kids he drove every day, a school bus driver got his college degree to become a teacher.
Oh, that is awesome.
I know, this is really good. So driving school buses runs in Clayton Ward's family. Both his parents did it, and so did his grandfather. Even though Ward tried to avoid it, he found himself driving school buses, sharing his love of history with the kids he drove every day. As the bus students to and from school in the city of Framingham, Massachusetts, the younger kids would simply talk to Ward about what they did in class that day, but the high schoolers, knowing that Ward was a history buff, would ask him particular historical events. Some kids were like, "You could be my teacher," or "I wish you were my teacher," because it was a different view, a different voice, instead of hearing the same thing from their teachers over and over, the 30-year-old told CNN. So here's where he goes back.
Love it.
These conversations, one by one, reignited Ward's desire to get back into the classroom himself and finally take the steps to work towards his dream of becoming a high school history teacher. Ward, who had dropped out of college 10 years ago, enrolled at Massachusetts Mass Bay Community College in May of 2019. He would drive school buses by day and attend classes at night. He said it wasn't always easy. He drove my route in the morning and afternoon, took classes between shifts, took night classes online to complete my degree requirements, all that kind of stuff. So in just 1 year, Ward not only completed his associate's in arts degree in liberal arts, but he did with high honors. He earned a spot on the dean's list every semester and received several awards at Tuesday's virtual commencement ceremony for his 4.0 GPA, according to college.
That is beautiful, man.
So, he got that. Now with his associate's degree in ham, Ward is headed to Framingham State University in the fall to pursue a bachelor's degree in history with a minor in secondary education.
Good for him, man. Good
It
for
made me
you,
feel-
dude.
It gave me all the feels.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Not
I love
that,
that.
I mean, there's all different ways to get inspired or draw
Right.
inspiration.
Right.
And there's just different times in life where you find it and then it just draws it back in, whatever that experience is.
I just love that he put in the extra work where it's like, he clearly, it's fine to be a school bus driver, but he
Yep.
clearly wanted to do something else.
Yep.
And he's talking with his kids. He loves teaching these kids.
Yep.
And then he just, not easy to when you're working full time to then go back to school.
Yep.
And he's doing it and he's kicking ass at it. And he's loving it. That's very inspiring.
Yeah, not just hitting that rut of
Yeah,
maybe
man.
not achieving what you want to do and you just think it's never going to happen.
Yep.
Just try to make it happen.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that was our
good.
sliver
That
of hope.
good.
You like that?
I loved it.
Before we start darting off here to the end of the show, though,
Yeah.
we have to explore some of the weird shit, and I have plenty of that.
Boom.
And this is To You from Internet.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek, together, as a couple. To you, from internet.
So the first item that I have here
Okay.
is, you know that I love chickens.
You've had a rough history with chickens, but you love them.
I have, yeah. People, I've raised chickens. I tried my best. They all got slaughtered.
They all had their head ripped out by raccoons.
Yeah, just fuck
Literally.
them. Yeah. And I always wanted to buy them chicken pants. You
Okay.
can put pants on them. And then I found these things.
No way.
Zach, go ahead and bring it up. These are chicken arms. Chickens don't really use their wings, so someone thought they might benefit from having some muscly arms.
What?
Look at these things.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
Sparkle the chicken from Arizona, Hereford, Arizona, got a pair of swole arms in the mail and tried them on.
Oh
and I know
my
that you can't see
God.
the screen right now. Maybe we'll grab some of these pictures and throw them up on our Instagram.
Yes.
You can find that Instagram, Facebook at IsWeDumb. But it's a chicken, and then they just have like a wire that just puts some muscly ass arms up on their pecs.
Yep. So the
Chicken pun?
wire hot is like it rests inside of their feathers, so you can't see it.
Right.
And it doesn't look like it's uncomfortable or anything. This little thing, and they have these basically like
doll arms,
like
baby doll arms, yeah.
like kind of muscular doll arms.
Kills me.
That is amazing. It's like a weird little He-Man figure. It's like a He-Man figure hybrid.
Yeah.
Live chicken.
Like just always flexing on you. Look at
Dude,
that.
I love that so much.
What do you want, bro?
That it's
I love
so-
the fweepy kind of emo hair that his is like rooster, whatever you call that.
Yep.
And he just over the top, just hey, out my way, dude.
Dude, that's
Hey, you spot me?
This is so stupid / awesome because of the laughs you would get.
Yeah.
God bless whoever just came up with this product, because I just picture like how much laughs we get at home, Lindsay and I and the kids. Just like we started doing a weird thing recently with the dog Ginger. We call her Gigi, and it went to like Gigi, and it became like
Gigi.
French.
Yeah.
Hey Gigi. And so we've been trying to like learn commands in French just to speak French just to Gigi, just because we think she's
Hey,
French
oui,
now.
oui.
Oui, oui, Gigi. Bonjour, Gigi. And then so we got her a little French outfit, so she has like the little French shirt, and now she's just still living her life like normal, but to us she's this weird little French character.
She's a totally different dog.
And we laugh so hard. I just love this picture is so great. Oh my God. And I love just like you could look out your yard and see all these little like power lifter looking little chickens. Somebody took a picture of this little chicken. Like it looks like a mini powerlifting platform and the barbell and the way the chicken's standing. I swear it looks like the chicken is a fucking power lifter.
He's about to rip this.
Oh, maybe did they Photoshop the chicken on there? Or
Oh,
is that a
totally.
real? Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought they had a little tiny like
Tiny setup.
tiny set.
That's okay. They couldn't.
You know
in your
what?
Head?
You know what?
Now it's not funny anymore.
No, it's still funny. I was
Okay.
gonna say it's still funny.
Okay.
That
I was
makes
like,
me.
of course it's so good. Like all the children or the neighborhood kids would come by and look at our chickens.
Yeah.
And I guess imagine like if they had like little arms like
Yeah.
that and they're running
Yeah.
around. A whole flock of them, not just one. Like they're all just like they're just ripped.
And you could have fun with the arms where it's like some of the arms could have sleeves. Mm-hmm. You know, you could have different tats and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, you could have like different like musculature stuff. You could have like fingerless gloves on some of the hands and the arms.
Exactly.
So you could have like all these different personalities. And if on the back of the wire, maybe one chicken has the fingerless gloves and like a little leather jacket and some little smokes rolled up in his sleeve. You have a little greaser chicken.
You get it.
I love it.
You could also glue little things in the hands.
Yeah.
Like a knife or like something else that they're running around.
Oh my God,
like a
weapons.
suitcase. Oh, a little briefcase.
Oh, a little
chickens
briefcase.
just running around with a little briefcase.
One chicken has like, and then put like a little suit back. So like one chicken's like a little corporate chicken, and then another chicken has like a knife in each hand.
Right.
And it's like you're worried that the knife chicken's gonna like rob the corporate chicken.
One has like handcuffs, and the other one's got a bag of money, and they're chasing each shit around.
And then the little chicken coops, you could have different like themes. You could have like a police station chicken coop, and then you could have some like villain lair chicken coop. Oh God, why not?
Let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know this about me, but my favorite thing about mustard is that you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Because mustard sucks, and I hate it. And if you like it, you should probably be ashamed of yourself.
Okay.
So French's made a mustard-flavored beer just in time for grilling season. I'm not kidding. Just look at this shit. Does this not make you gag?
Oh man.
You can buy mustard beer, and I haven't had it, but it is out there,
disgusting.
and it's something
And
that
I
the internet has given us.
I like mustard, but that's no
we're not.
thanks.
That's why we're not friends anymore. You just ended our friendship with one line. You realize that?
I like it on a hot dog with
Nope.
ketchup. No?
Nope. Go fuck.
Okay.
That's it.
Are you gonna buzz me?
Nope. It's all right. It's over. 3 episodes. Show's done. Over fucking.
Hey, thanks guys. Thanks for listening. The mustard beer killed it.
I didn't know. I didn't know he's a mustard guy. But can you believe that?
That's disgusting.
I don't know. It really bugs me. I don't have anything else to fucking say about it.
No, that's fine.
It just bugged the shit out of me.
We don't need anything else to say.
And then we're gonna do this to wrap up our To You from Internet segment.
Okay.
And I might have to wait for this video to load a little bit, but I am never. It never ends.
Yeah.
No matter where I go on the internet, if I'm looking for one thing or something completely different, I always come across some weird ass shit that makes me so happy.
Okay.
And that's exactly what the internet is all about.
Okay.
Right now we're waiting for an ad to quit playing here. I guess we could bring it up. I don't give a fuck. But the story behind this right here. Go ahead, Zach. You got it up there? Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it not playing?
There we are.
When is dinner time? It's not
Little piano playing cat.
Right. So when the cat is hungry,
Oh, this is great.
watch. It's so cute, and I'm a dog guy.
Come on. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, that's great. When the cat wants to eat, the cat has to play for its fucking food.
Right. It has to start pushing the piano and meow.
Oh my God.
When is dinner time?
I love this
Not
cat.
now.
Yeah. So there it is.
I love it. That was
That was
beautiful.
it, man.
That's
Yeah,
that's a nice thing to end on.
Right.
It makes
I
me
thought that
feel
was
good in my
man.
heart.
Yeah, of course.
Made me laugh.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks,
It's
Internet.
just weird shit. Yeah. Thank you, Internet.
Thank you.
You sure know how to make us all feel real special and real happy inside.
I'm happy inside.
Okay. Well, once again, thanks to Zach Cohen for creating some custom music beds for the show. Thanks to Logan and Kate Keith at Spicy Club. In-house now, which is fucking amazing. We're having a blast.
Yes.
Continuing to pump out the best merch in the podcast game, managing our social media
Yes.
accounts and all that kind of stuff. Thanks to Zach Flannery. Hi, Zach, for producing and directing. Be sure to follow us online, Instagram, Facebook, at IsWeDumb. You can also find us online at iswedumb.com, which will get you over to our threads. You can also find those directly for all 3 of our podcasts, which is Time Suck, Scared to Death, and Iswedumb at badmagicmerch.com, which is a lot of fun. And our YouTube channel, the same thing. Just search for Bad Magic Productions and we'll cover everything. Now, if there's something you want to see in one of the segments, you can send that to dumb@iswedumb.com. All other general questions like dick size or whatever like that, info@iswedumb.com. And because we are a new show.
Yeah, thanks for the ratings and reviews.
Yeah. We're at the gate hot. It feels really good.
Top 20. We made it to the top 20 in the iTunes comedy charts, which is huge for a new show. And the comedy field is crowded. And just, we really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. A lot of listeners, I know you listen to multiple of our shows now. Thank you so much for taking a chance on this one, having fun with it, the positive feedback. We look forward to hopefully doing this a long time. And, the ratings and reviews find new listeners all the time. And it's a lot of fun, man. I had so much fun today on the show.
I don't remember what the name of the user, but somebody was like, oh, great, I love all 3 shows. So now she's calling herself a dumb creep sack. Which I thought
awesome.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cute.
But yeah, so much. Today was a roller coaster.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. Super pissed, super happy. A lot of good stuff in there.
I liked it.
And because we're always going to find the dumb stuff. If we stop doing that, the show would be over. But because we'll continue to find it, we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
That's how it goes. All right, as always, let's wrap things up with the wow, neat fact.
Neat fact.
Wow, neat fact.
All right. This might be my favorite.
Okay.
It's because I don't know how to picture it.
Okay.
Okay. Did you know the world record for the longest cum shot is 18 feet? That's 3 feet longer than the free throw line in basketball.
You just ruined every good feeling I had for the whole show.
What's he doing? Like, how do you
How?
just? Yeah, like that's so far.
What's going on inside his penis?
He's got rocket launchers.
He's got a rocket launcher ween.
His sperm has a jetpack. Pew.
I'm never gonna get that out of my brain.
So far.
What?
Bye, guys.